Rodney Schweitzer, a winner last year, a winner back in 22. He finished number 15 in the USRA national point standings last year, and he is looking for his first win of the year. And what a feather in the cap it would be for Grayson McKinney to do the same thing. Starting outside row number 1, they step down on the loud pedal, and we are underway, and Jalen Wettengale will make it 3 wide, and a car spins towards the back of the pack. It's the 7 of William Garner, and the Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out, woeing the field down, not quite getting one lap in. The start zone in turn 4 is where Rodney Schweitzer is allowed to fire away. So they keep the pace slow down the backstretch. Wheel to wheel, Schweitzer. Different looking ride for him. A little blue in the paint scheme this year. It was pretty much all green and black a season ago, and Rodney Schweitzer, a great start. Grayson McKinney exactly the same way as it played out on the opening lap a lap ago, with the exception of the William Garner spin. Wettengale was looking to split the middle. He continues to do so with Derek Brown to his left. Grayson McKinney to the right. McKinney way high on the track, and Derek Brown will capitalize. The Stoutland, Missouri native will take over P2, and now it's 3 wide with Finnewald, Wettengale, and Grayson McKinney back for third. Derek Brown, that J211 machine, stays low on the track. He's got one top 5 this year, and it came in the super stock race here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Chase Galvin in the 0, spins on turn 2. Midwest Sheet Metal caution will come out. Hobby Time Motorsports safety crew will look over at turn 2 and see Chase Galvin pointed the wrong direction. Got turned up into the catch fence over in turn 3, completely totaled that car out. Finally got it put back together. While he was out of that car, he drove his son's car, Dawson's, which is all the way tail back right now, the number 22. But since they have it put back together, Johnny decides to go back to the work on the outside in the car he started last year with, and he is feeling pretty good in that car. The outside of Derek Brown, he goes down the backstretch. He's going to grab P2 away from Derek Brown. Jumps up 1 spot as Rodney Schweitzer continues to lead, and now both of them are going to work to the outside and to the inside of Rodney Schweitzer down the backstretch. Derek Brown had the nose to the inside. Now Johnny Finnewald will go to work right in the high side. 3-car battle for first, 3-car battle for fourth, as Brian White has Jalen Wettengale to the outside, and Brian White will get turned. William Garner, the number 7 that brought out that original yellow, comes nose to nose with Brian White. And Johnny Finnewald, after getting second away from Derek Brown, liked the top side enough, he chose to go there again. And that is where they will restart, in Johnny Finnewald, heavy on the gas down the front stretch. See if he can take this opportunity after they got everybody lined back out after the caution to go back to work on Rodney Schweitzer. And Derek Brown's not going to give that spot away easily. Finnewald, way to the top side. Found some traction off of 4, but still not enough to pull up even with Rodney Schweitzer down the front stretch. Side by side for second, Derek Brown to the inside, Finnewald to the outside. Jalen Wettengale's got a great view of that battle. That purple number 91 was following right behind both of them, and now a little lower on the track, trying to make something work and see if he can get to the inside and maybe get 2 passes all in one turn. If Derek Brown and Johnny Finnewald both wash up the track. Finnewald did. Derek Brown will grab second, and now Jalen Wettengale to the inside of Finnewald. Top 4 cars now with some separation over Grayson McKinney and Waylon Dimmitt. That's 5th. Side by side with those 2 cars is Finnewald able to hang on to 3rd now. There's the battle for 5th. Waylon Dimmitt to the inside of McKinney. Mitch Keeter in the number 19, former B-Mod driver, now sits in the top 10. He trails the 11 to the inside. Waylon Dimmitt had his nose peeked to the inside as continue to shuffle it up in the front. Jalen Wettengale around Johnny Finewald. The top 4 cars all really starting to pull away. It's been all Rodney Schweitzer so far. He has led all 9 laps, and now a challenge from Derek Brown to the outside. That Cadillac chassis J211 racing machine had pulled up even with Rodney Schweitzer, and he just might have enough this time off of turn 4. He does. A car length advantage for Derek Brown over Rodney Schweitzer. A new leader on the board at the midway point. 10 laps down, 10 to go. Derek Brown came out for the Super Stock class last week. Actually, 2 weeks ago that was. And Rodney Schweitzer battling back to the inside. Another change for the lead. Last 2 laps, there's been 2 different leaders. Now Jalen Wettengale. The 91 is now up into the mix as Rodney Schweitzer has been able to salvage that lap by a car length advantage, but Wettengale now to the inside. A little bit of a fender rub between the 74 and the 91. Schweitzer is able to keep it straight. There will be 6 laps to go, this time underneath the Foley Equipment flag stand. Johnny Finewald hasn't gone anywhere either. He has stayed right with those top 3 cars. It is 3 wide down the back chute. Derek Brown to the outside. Schweitzer stuck in the middle, and Jalen Wettengale about as low on the track as you can go without tapping that big white tractor tire. And Derek Brown leads lap number 15 with 5 to go. 3 cars all within just about 1 good run of winning this feature. They're searching for grip high, searching for grip low, and Johnny Finewald just goes barreling through turns 3 and 4. Brian White on the top of turn number 1 is unable to make his way back to the pit, had to bring out the caution. As that slows everybody down, Brian White will now head back to the pit area as Derek Brown had led the last 3 laps. That was on lap number 16. And Jalen Wettengale had just gotten around Rodney Schweitzer. We'll see what the scoring loops say if he is able to hang on to second. Derek Brown, Rodney Schweitzer, Jalen Wettengale. Your top 3. Johnny Finewald back in 4th. And here we go again. Derek Brown, 2 car lengths on the initial start. Down to the low side of the track he goes. Cuts the nose off of Jalen Wettengale. Rodney Schweitzer, he's going to get shuffled back to 3rd. He may lose more as Johnny Finewald looks to the inside. And then right behind him, Mitch Keeter is there. Waylon Dimmitt is there as we're now inside 4 laps to go. Not going to count Jalen Wettengale out of this race yet. Derek Brown has the lead. It was 0.3 seconds. Now it's down to 0.2 seconds. Derek Brown, a really good driver whenever it comes to having the lead and keeping cars at bay behind you. He can make that car wide, make it extremely difficult to get around. And they'll see the 2 sticks in the air from Mike Striegel this time by. 18 laps have been completed, and Derek Brown able to hang on for the time being. Rodney Schweitzer has dropped back to 5th, and the caution will come out, the Midwest Sheet Metal caution for a spin in turn 4, and that is the youngster, the rookie, Dawson Finewald out of Appleton City. Derek Brown is also one of the best at starts and restarts. Changes up how he starts through that Pitts Realty restart zone. Jalen Wettengale able to hang with him, see what he can do through turns 1 and 2. Derek Brown shuts the door. Wettengale's going to have to go to the inside. He might try to change something up on that last turn if he can't make anything work, because right now the fast line is the low line. 1 to go for Derek Brown. Wettengale, a great run off of 4. Jalen Wettengale is there, but Derek Brown, the J211 through 3 and 4, stays on the bottom side of the track, make sure nobody can get to the inside, and hold on to win over Jalen Wettengale by 3 car lengths. Johnny Finewald had gotten to the inside of the 91, but is unable to complete the pass. Johnny Finewald in third, followed by Waylon Dimmitt and Rodney Schweitzer, your top 5.